Everyone, hello Leo. I want to just say happy April, making the best of it, and happy new moon, which is happening tonight. It's going to happen tomorrow morning, Friday, Pacific Standard Time. It's happening at 1:50 a.m. and then for New York time, it's happening at 4:50 a.m. So definitely working with the element of fire, lighting candles. Usually I bust out the psychic tarot for the heart in February for Valentine's Day, but because the 1st of March I lost someone that I know, was someone that was older, but still a loss is a loss. And then the 17th, it was someone that I knew, not very close or anything, but met enough times and talked with and respected that person's energy. And it just felt like March came through like a thief in the night. And I remember posting that on my Facebook page because that's how I felt, and I was being real and just recognizing the energy of March. And it was all about, last month, it was all about just life, and appreciating people and, appreciating them when they're alive, of course. And, so it's the beginning of April, and April's energy is all about just growing, like spring, growing. And the new moon is a fire element. So fire can destroy, but when fire destroys, it brings up that new birth, that new life, okay? And Aries, it's the sign, it's the first sign in the zodiac, and it's ruled by Mars. Okay, and Mars is in Gemini right now in the 5th house, and this new moon is in the 3rd house. So you can look up what the 3rd house means. You have the moon, the sun, and you have Chiron, and Chiron is all about healing. So this month I had a workshop on Wednesday night about the heart chakra, more for balancing the chakras. And then tomorrow night I'm teaching one on healing a broken heart. And I just intuitively just felt that, hey, it's just healing. It would be good for anyone at any time. But I definitely felt like, March was like a thief in the night, really. So, but it had a lot of lessons. So it's not a negative comment. It's just an observation and an experience. So let's go to the card reading, okay? So, Leo, this is your reading. Fire sign Leo. Your sister sign or brother sign, Aries, is in the house. It's the new moon in Aries. Okay, it's time to plant new seeds. I can't stop shuffling. So the main issue is being backstabbed, okay? The 10 of Swords. Swords is words. So words were exchanged, and a feeling of betrayal. But in the background is a sunlight. So that means that you will rise again. There's always, after a hurt, or, after a hurt, there's a rebirth. And you have the 3 of Staves and a fire now. Fire's coming through saying that, there's always more to the story, right? And it's like looking out and beyond and the future of where you want to go. And you can always look up more what each card means, okay? So it's always having a first plan, a backup plan, and another plan. So Leo, you're always having a backup plan and thinking of ways you can do things, okay? The past was all about the Temperance, the angel in the tarot deck, a balance of earth and water, and patience, and timing and time and balance. And the past was all about how you use your time and how you can really learn and understand and really observe things, look at it, and make it all come together and make it work, because you could see the bigger picture. Okay, the future is a queen of swords, and the Queen of Swords is a feminine energy, and it speaks. It's very good with words, and it's going to get the message across. So the future is a feminine energy. It is words, it is speaking, and the mastery of that through the feminine essence. Okay, what can ground you is is the emperor, the empress, and it's a celebration of art. I think of the empress as someone that likes to throw a party and the person is celebrated and the person has a natural essence that's attractive to people. People want to be around you. Okay. But it's the feminine aspect of Mars, the planet of war that fights back, you know. So we can always use these energies when needed appropriately. And Venus, you know, representing Venus. If the Venus is the feminine energy of Mars, is about money, but we know it mostly about beauty and love and attraction and all of that. So it's all about what's grounding is taking care of yourself so you can heal. Okay. You have the Page of Swords, and the Page of Swords is about the words that we use, you know, the understanding of words and how we get the message out. Oh, excuse me, I have to yawn. And getting the message out and that learning process in the mind. The mind is always fresh and ready to learn and how to use words to communicate and having that confidence in self. So what we want to do right now is to have that masculine energy of fire to make things happen out of nothing. The ability to see something that is barren, like a desert that has no, that doesn't have a lot of resources, but how can you use what you have where you live to make something out of nothing? Like with the faith of a mustard seed, you can make something happen. Just a little bit of faith, you can make so much happen. And it's just creating something with that fire energy to make something out of nothing, or to see the potential in something that might be barren, that might be that others might not see potential in it, but you can see potential in it, and you can say, hey, you know, I can make something happen here and make things grow. Okay. And what is so cool is that the 10 of Pentacles is after that, you know, and the 10 of Pentacles, what is popping out in this story for me, because it has many meanings, all these cards, but what is up front? What is up front is the elder in the family passing on wisdom to others. And, you know, and even you don't have to be a certain age, you could be young, but still passing on wisdom to others and passing on a tradition and really seeing things grow, the family, the community, just having that essence of family and prosperity, okay? And passing on the knowledge so that from the elder to the 20-something, 30-something to the child right here. Where is it? I can see it. Yeah, under the stars. So the child right here, you know, you're passing on that knowledge, and the dog's playing, but the dogs are protective. So it's like just passing on prosperity, and all the grapes representing prosperity. You notice on the coins, there's lots of grape, and it represents abundance. Okay. And the Two of Pentacles. So there's a message of you holding in your hand this glass ball or the world, and it's like, you know, your plan, you can see your plan, and you have a backup plan, you have the dominant plan in front of you, and you know, it's like you're protected, your front and your back, and it's like you see this vision and you want to manifest it and you want to bring it out into the world, but you see it in your mind first, and you can create it, and you will, and you have that fire behind you. Okay, 5 is about, you know, playing around, not really worrying about, not taking things too seriously. So, you know, it's this, to me, the main two messages: having a fun life, but still having a life purpose. So if you're a Leo that can play around, can have fun, can joke around, but you still are a star. You still know your hopes and your dreams and your inspiration, your aspirations, and living your life purpose. And that will happen. That has happened. That is happening. It's going to happen. It's already in motion. Okay. So that's the reading. That's the reading. Now, from the, I love the cards by Esther and Jerry Hicks, Money and the Law of Attraction card. So I remember learning about them in, I want to say it was 2001 at a shop in Pennsylvania. It used to exist, called Inner Dimensions. Very cool. And the lady that taught me Reiki there and all of these other different esoteric energetic studies introduced me to her and him and so on. So the card is 42 and it represents 6. And I wanted to just use one card for everyone, okay? To set that energy for all 12 signs. My what is need not influence my what is becoming. What is has no bearing on what is coming unless you are continuously regurgitating the story of what is. By thinking and speaking more of how you really want your life to be, you allow what you are currently living to be the jumping off place for so much more. But if you speak predominantly of what is, then you still jump off, but you jump off into more of the same. So you don't want to speak about what is in a negative way. You want to think about what is going to become of you in a positive way. So you already know if something's going bad. Okay, you already know if something's going bad. But if you're going to talk about it, I have a lot of light there, so it's not going to come through. Okay, but if you talk about it in a positive way, then you're speaking more power to your experience in the present moment and for your future. You're creating that. So the life path number 6 it's a gift, okay? And it is about unconditional love, healing, nurturing, compassion, empathy. But it's also about family, and it's about healing, nurturing, the responsibility, having a serious responsibility, caring about, you know, having harmony in the family, in the home, and nurturing, and your idealisms, you know, good, healthy ones for family and for the ones that you love. So I want to pick a heart chakra card for Leo. So the psychic tarot for the heart, okay? And okay. So this one is sadness and isolation, okay? So you can see that the person is lifting off, but on the other end, so one side they're lifting off and going up, and on the other side they're like curling up. Maybe there's like some sadness, some loss, and then feeling isolated, okay? So this could be the period of time to reflect on your life, okay? And it's a number 3, which is pretty cool because it goes along with 6, right? So in African numerology and belief, the 6 opens the path. It's an opening, right? It opens doors. It opens, it's a start. You can't do anything without the person that opens the door, okay? And when we have sadness, we want to isolate ourselves. We want to keep to ourselves to feel what we're feeling and let it out. You know, like animals do that. They'll go off, you know, cats will go off by themselves to die. You know, they don't want people bothering them and shifting them and moving them. They're very independent, you know. Animals will do that. Some animals will do that. And we need to grieve, but then we don't need to be in it for a long time where, oh, it's 3 that I'm looking for. I keep looking for 6. No wonder I'm not getting anywhere. I'm not looking for the right number. So we want that time to grieve and, excuse me, and we don't want anyone to tell us sometimes how to do things, right? So the key word is sorrow, disappointment, trust, and healing. Okay? Sorrow, disappointment, trust, and healing. All right? And we want to make sure that with all of our relationship, we want to try to keep them positive, but sometimes it's not, I'm just looking at it, you know, because I just vibe and I go with what the message mean, you know, but we can't always cling on to our grief and just hold on to it. But the sadness and isolation is that period that we can either shed and let go of it or just hold on to it too long, right? Where we can't really grow and learn from it and rise above it. So opening that path to mourn through sadness, being alone so you can mourn and then think and then heal and rise again. Like I say, transformation doesn't have to be beautiful. You know, a caterpillar turning into a butterfly, sure, it's beautiful, but if you see the inner workings of it, I'm sure it's not, doesn't look delicious, but it's still beautiful. The process, you know, giving birth isn't beautiful, right? It doesn't look like a dessert, but it's still beautiful in its own way, and it's messy, and you get something beautiful out of it, a new life. Okay, so to all the wonderful Leos out there, using your power and your fire and your ability to, you know, enjoy your life, having fun, but also still working on your life purpose and realizing that the situation that you're in right now, it could be sad, it could have a lot of negativity, but holding on to it as the is in a negative sense forever is not good. There's a period of recognizing, but then your is does not determine your what will happen to you, what you're becoming in the future. Okay, so making sure that we feel it and we let it go, and we recreate it, we use it and mold it into something positive and strong and protective, okay, and healing and growing for ourselves and others. So thank you for watching. Happy April and happy new moon. That's the element of fire. So yeah, have a beautiful night. This is the last video, and then tomorrow I will finish filming the others. All right, thank you guys. Peace.